Hi there, this is Triple Valve Metro Camel. Welcome to the YouTube channel and thanks for checking out the video today. So as you can see in front of us today, we have issue 4 of Great British Locomotive Collection magazine, issue 4, and we get the Churchwood class, the 2800 class with this particular edition. So in a moment I'm going to stop the video and get this out of the packaging so we can have a little closer look at this loco. And I wanted to say a huge thanks for checking out the video today. There's many videos on YouTube about this issue 4. But thanks for checking out my video today. Hopefully this will give you some inspiration to get one yourself or just check it out for the first time. Anyways, thanks for joining me. I'll see you in a mo. Grab something to eat, something to drink, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so here this is the loco out of the packaging, as you can see, and once again it's a static model, so it doesn't run anywhere, it doesn't move at all, and you can actually unscrew it from the display plinth. There's some screws underneath, so if we look at this you can see, I'm not too sure if the camera picks it up, but you've got some screws there underneath. You can easily unscrew those to remove it from the display plinth. But for a static model it's quite nice. The only thing that I found a little bit strange on this, on my sample, I'm not sure if you can answer this question for me out there, but I'd like to know what that is. Does anyone on YouTube, can they explain what is going on with that? Behind the main drive rod there's this funny bit of metal or plastic, whatever it is. It's just not really moulded or shaped really well. Obviously because everything's cast as one unit, they obviously haven't thought about that too well. It just looks a little bit odd sitting behind that main drive rod there. It just looks a bit strange, because if I bring the camera out and just spin this round and we sort of look on the other side, you can't really see it. See, it doesn't really show up too well there, and it's probably because it spins it at a different angle, but anyway, apart from that, it's really quite a pleasing loco to look at. It's nice and long. And what I liked about this loco straight away was the tender. Now the tender on this particular static model is really nice. It's got a nice chunkiness about it, and it's in the nice British Railways black finish, complete with the BR crest on the side there. And what is good about this model that I particularly like was these wheels. The tender wheels they're all cast as one unit. Underneath this tender body, when you actually unscrew it, there's a big lump of metal. These are actually cast into, so they don't actually move or turn. It's a cast piece of metal with flanges that look like wheels, which is quite interesting, and they're nice in terms of appearance and overall looks. Anyways, the rear of the tender is not too bad, because you get a little tiny hook on the bottom there. I'll just bring the camera in a little bit better so we can see this. I'll just carefully bring this in. You get a little hook on the rear buffer beam there, which is good, because if you've got your bits and pieces box at home, you can probably make or find or source a dummy screw link coupling to sit on that hook to make it look even better. You get a vacuum pipe with this as well on there, which is nice, and a few little bit of detailing on the rear there, such as the lamp bracket location slots there. The only thing that's a little bit let down really is the handrails. They're moulded as on the side there. There's no separately fitted handrails. They're moulded as one bit on there. You've got a nice little water cap on top there, which is quite nice. And overall, the detailing on the tender chassis is quite good as well. I'll bring this up to the camera. There's a fair bit of detail on the chassis there. Like I said, the tender to me is the nicest part of the model. What I'm going to do with my sample, I'm going to get some red paint and just very carefully, you see there's two handles on there. One is obviously the water inlet, and the other side is the handbrake. Those two handles there, 1 and 2. I might paint the top of that, or just the whole column red, just to make that stand out a little bit more from the rest of the black finish. Looking at the loco in general, the only thing is, on this particular loco, on the front you've got two moulded hand lamps, one there and one there. Again, I'll bring the camera in, trying to bring it in a bit better. Let's look at the front a bit. Okay, looking at the front, as you can see, you've got these two moulded hand lamps on there, and if you were clever enough, you could get some white paint and just very carefully flick over those two lamps and bring them out to make them stand out a little bit more better if you wanted to. You've got the vacuum pipes already attached on the buffer beam, which is good. Again, you've got the little hook for the coupling to go on the front if you wish to. Now, the chimney on this loco, in reality, when they were painted into BR black, the chimneys got painted over. Because these are ex-Great Western machines, as we all know, the Great Western Railway, their trademark was their copper coloured domes, and also the copper coloured chimney caps on the lips of the chimneys. Well, on this version here, they're just painted it plain black basically. So what I'm tempted to do is get a very fine paintbrush and get some brass or copper coloured paint and just reinstate the lip of that chimney in brass so it matches the safety valve dome there. The interesting thing as well, you can see the boiler bands on this model. You can see them here quite clearly. Again, if you wanted to, you could paint those a different colour, or even paint the whole model a different colour if you wanted to. I mean, the great thing about this model is, and these static models, because they're reasonably cheap to buy in terms of, I mean, they're only what, under £10. So I mean, you could get yourself two of these if you wanted to, and you get your airbrush out and just have a play with it in terms of weathering or completely respraying the body. There's loads to do on it if you really wanted to, but I'm keeping mine as it is. So as you can see, she's quite a nice loco, and what I like about her, she's different because she's all in black compared to the couple of models we've had. We've had the Garter Blue A4 Mallard, which was issue 1. Issue 2 was the Coronation class, streamlined in LMS Crimson. Issue 3 was the Flying Scotsman in LNER Apple Green. So this is a little bit different in terms of colour, but it looks good. So I'm not sure what you could do in terms of making this actually run, in terms of removing the loco and tender bodies and putting them on a ready to run chassis. You probably could do it, but like I said, I haven't gone there yet. I don't intend to be honest with you, but I'm sure someone will, and there'll probably be a video up there on YouTube, no doubt, someone doing that. More power to you. Anyways, there we go. That's really my say so on this model. Out of 10 then, probably going to give this 9 out of 10. I would give it a full 10 out of 10 if it wasn't for the fact that A, there's this funny little bit of drive rod going on behind there, and also there is no glazing in the cab. What? You say? Yep, there's no glazing in the cab. They're just open windows. So unfortunately, that's definitely a point loss for me there. The cab itself is very plain. There's nothing in there to look at. There's no exciting stuff going on. It's just, there's a little bit of raised detail there. You could hand paint the levers and pipes if you wanted to. But if we bring the camera in really closely, this is very interesting. I hope you can see this at home on your computers. But just see where the light is coming in through where the firebox hole is. If you can see that, the sunlight's catching through a little hole there, right in the middle of the firebox. There's actually a drilled hole through that firebox. There's actually a drilled hole that does nothing. Now, why they've actually chose to bore out a hole in the firebox, I don't know. Why that is there, no idea. But my point is, if you were really clever, you could get a very thin flickering LED, put it in there, and connect it up to a power source, and there we go. And I'm sure you could put it underneath the loco body somewhere, drill a hole, and then if you was to drill a hole, say underneath the display plinth, and say put, I don't know, a 9-volt battery underneath there, a little switch of some sort, hey presto, you've got a flickering firebox. Anyway, food for thought perhaps. So there we go. There is my 2800 class number 2861 1918 Churchwood loco from the Great British Locomotive Collection magazine issue 4. Comes with a really nice little booklet as well to look at and flick through. So issue 5 is going to be interesting. I think it's going to be the Southern Nelson class loco possibly. I'm not sure. I'll have to keep an eye out for that. It's probably out already. I only got this a couple of weeks ago, so it hasn't been too long since I've had this, but just haven't got round to doing a video on it. Anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your Easter holiday, in the UK certainly, or anywhere around the world. And God bless, take care, and I will speak to you soon. Happy modelling, and thanks for watching. Bye bye now.